and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. Well, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. In on the stop, Vernon Hargreaves.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Final shot before the break. Stafford. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Taimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Granted, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
The tackle made.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford, his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit it as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Detroit Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes.
Sacked at the 10. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On 2nd down, Swift. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Stafford now to throw. Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
For the point after.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Lions 17. Texans nothing. Matt Prater to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Texans.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
10 yards on the pick.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Stafford throwing quickly. Complete out wide. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead is now 24.
Good. Makes the score Lions 24, Texans nothing. Matt Prater.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He gets it left side to Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. To the air yet again, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
10-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They're on 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
To Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Texans 14. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a gain of 35. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okuda. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Today's final score, Lions.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.